Okay, last quick video here. We have to fill in the blanks, so we've been given the answer. Alright, so we have to think, let's look at our A's first. We have to end up with A4. If you look at the bottom here, you've got a single A, which is A1. So it has to be something, take away A1 is A4. Therefore it has to be A to the 5. A to the 5th power, take away A to the 1, gives you your A4. Right, then you've got B to the 12, and you need to end up with B to the 7. So 12 take away something gets you to 7. It has to be B to the 5th power, gives you your 7. Okay, so A to the 5, B to the 12 divided by A, B5. This one here is, okay, so we need another pronumeral here because we end up with a pronumeral in our answer, right? And we've got 40 up here. So 40 divided by something gives you 4, okay, or 4 times 10. Well, 10's the answer, 4 times 10. Okay, so 10 has to be your pronumeral in the denominator here. 40 divided by 10 gives you 4. Okay, now we've got some C's. C to the 14, C to the something, and we have to end up with C to the 6. So 14 take away something gives you 6. 8. 14 take away 8 gives you your power to the 6. Now obviously this has to be a D, because we have a D in our denominator and our D in our answer. So D to the power of something. We have D3 down here and D squared. So it has to be D to the power of 5 and D to the power of 3, because if you keep the base, subtract the index, you end up with your answer. This one, this one's a little bit not different, but I'm going to look at the 6 and look at the 24, and I realise that the missing number is 4. So I've multiplied 6 to get me to 4. To me there has to be a pronumeral here. Really, this has to be 4 on top, because if you think about 4 and you divide it by 4, it gives you the invisible 1 there. So 4 divided by 4 gives you that 1 that doesn't have to be there. And then if you go back this way, 24 divided by 4 gives you a 6. Alright, so 24 divided by 4 gives you 6. We've worked out 4 divided by 4 gives you 1. Okay, we end up with E2 here. Now this one, okay, there could be multiple answers over here. Maybe I should have specified one of the powers here. It could be anything. It could be 198. Because it has to be keep the base, subtract the powers. I'm just going to go 9 and 7. But there could be multiple answers there. As long as with your 2 powers, when you subtract them, you get 2. Alright, we need to end up with F4. We've got F6. So that means this top section has to, this together has to equal F10. Because we have to go, think about this as F10, take away F6 to give us F4. So this has to be a 5, because we keep the base and multiply the powers here. That would really give us F10. Okay, keep the base, multiply the powers to think about it as F10, take away F6 to give us F4. And down the bottom here, okay, so how can I explain that? Well, 10 divided by 5 gives us our 2. So we need this to kind of be unimportant. We need this top to still be 10. We can't change its value, and the only way to do that is is make that q to the 0, because q to the 0 would then just make it 10 times 1 on top, which would still be 10 divided by 5 gives us 2.